Greetings, Sir and Sirettes, and welcome back to Robocraft with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to Factory Fun, the series in which you tell me which robots to try out from the community factory, and I do so to the very best of my ability, rating the bot out of 5 in both style and combat, and of course giving my honest first impressions of the bot. In today's episode we have 57 by Bacon Grenades, which by the way is one of the best usernames I have read in a very, very long time. This is a tanky walker designed for close quarters combat. All of its guns are Aero Rod Triforced, it is not yet maximum CPU, and there is a place for league banners on the top. So after looking at it for a little bit, it does seem very familiar in terms of its overall style. A lot of bots from both a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people who are quite ranked highly in terms of their building skills, often getting the top page of the factory, have built bots in this style with the shields in very similar placements. Now, I never hold this against the person making a bot. Making a bot similar to a popular bot is absolutely fine as long as it's not a cube for cube copy, and this certainly is not. And honestly, it looks really nice. I really like the idea of the what's this called? The radar jammer there on the bottom, and everything just being placed really neatly. Overall, in terms of style, this is gorgeous. It's really simple, yet really pretty. It's just, I like it a lot. Now, in terms of combat, before we actually get into combat, it is definitely Triforced in the way mentioned here. The Aero Rod Triforcing, which is definitely one of the easiest, and in many situations, one of the best forms of Triforcing, unless you want to go to ludicrous attempts to protect certain areas. So although it does only have 6 guns, these guns likely won't be removed until they're actually hit directly or a whole limb is destroyed. So that is indeed pretty good, and like he said, the maximum CPU has not yet been met. So let's purchase it with Galaxy Cash, and normally I would go straight into a battle. However, I would like to see just how much CPU this thing's actually using. So it's only using 1,349, so you could very easily alter this to have an extra gun, perhaps if you move these a little bit to the side, or perhaps just widen the entire bot a little bit, maybe move the shields across. There's several places where you could very easily fit an extra SMG, possibly 2, depending on how conservative you are with block usage. So that's no real problem at all. Let's get straight into a battle. We are 25k, so we're going to be facing off against max CPU and very scary robots. Although a lot of people are still using things like flak and all the anti-air stuff at the moment because it's kind of hip and popular, and honestly very, very effective. I also do apologise if I breathe way too much in this video. I know it's a weird apology. I've got a cold and I can't breathe through my nose. It's making recording really enjoyable. Let's get straight into a team deathmatch. Well, it turns out I should really pay attention to forum posts, especially when I've been away from the computer for some time. Whilst I was away from the computer, away from Wales, the game's engine has been updated to a new version of Unity, which of course is the intention of improving the game, making it smoother, more efficient, and all sorts of upgrades. But FreeJam have accidentally added a change to hovers, which was not meant to be released until some other upgrades to hovers, which are coming in the near future, also are released at the same time. The result is very curious. If you have a hover on the back of your bot, as you can see, I've removed mine and you're a mech, it will actually cause the bot to angle towards the hover because it now drags down far too strongly. This basically meant in the team deathmatch I was firing up in the air. Now I will put a forum post in the description below to show exactly what these weirdnesses are. In fact, well, at least the recognition by FreeJam that these changes are actually not intentional and will be fixed later, but for now that does mean I've had to remove the hover, so pretend this bot can actually jump a little bit further forward, and we'll definitely make sure to include that with our end ratings. Now sadly, I did do a team deathmatch in which I self-destructed because the problems were really jarring, and so I had to give this thing a score. So I've rated it 3 and 3. These are not my final scores, and I will give them with my final thoughts at the end of the episode. And so begins the first battle without the hover currently on the back of the bot. So there's our Mega Bot in the corner, and a really cute Flak Bot. That is really nice looking. So let's continue on and see if we can be a bit of a help. Now, this bot is advertised as being quite tanky, and honestly, it certainly seems like it. So if we're lucky, we can actually stand with the Mega and do as much CPU damage as possible, and get as many assists as possible as well. Wow, one of our flyers just took an absolute beating from Flak, and oh no, it's missiles! Never mind missiles and rails, I thought it was Flak. Maybe it was everything. Ow! No need to be so mean! You too! I know I'm slow now without the hover, but still. Don't be cruel. Almost at the front lines. Yes, we're doing damage! Glorious, wonderful damage. Do a burst firing, trying to go for his gun as much as possible there. Spotting him in the corner, and I don't really want to go that way because I feel like we might die. I don't really like being killed, honestly. Oh, yep, their Megabot is there. I do not want to go that way at all. At least until our Megabot does. Okay, that's very cool. I'll admit, that is very cool. And since we don't have a hover, it means we do have a slightly increased jump height, which is kind of awesome. Aha! Hello, Flak User. Okay, being locked on from that missile copter there. Let's jump down. They've lost one, we've lost one. Spotting all the enemies we can. Do a bit of damage to him since he was there. Keep an eye out for that missile user as much as possible, as he could do some serious damage to us if we get unlucky. Oh, that's good. Well, getting right above us was very nice indeed. Bit of CPU damage done for me, and we even got the kill. Well, sorry, we didn't get the kill. The team got the kill. He died, in short. Oh, unlucky for that walker there to jump at that time. Oh, our Mega's being really hurt. Spot him as well. Hopefully one of these will jump out the corner so we can do a bit of damage. There we are. Keep him white. Uh-oh. Not sure who has the missiles, but they're about to hit us. No, we managed to lose the lock just before that happened. Although we were hit by plasma. Is our Megabot still alive? It'd be lovely if he was. Oh, we hit by the rail. We were trying to keep it by a second ago because we want to do some damage to the flyer. Still want to do some damage to that flyer, honestly. It seemed like it might be crashing soon. Oh, we took that plasma very well. I will say that at least. Wow, I can't speak while I'm ill. I mean, I can't speak normally, to be honest. So this is terrible. Yay, we got a kill. Shouldn't be jumping. That's a Flak user. What am I doing? Oh no, that's a medic. I thought we might be able to get the kill with just a couple of SMGs, but sadly not. Our friend, however, with a very nasty plasma, definitely got the kill there, and very much deserved. Yes, the Megabot is healed. There's very few things which look as glorious as a maximum CPU Megabot once it's under the auto heal. Not so glorious when failing to jump, I admit, but still. Oh, only one enemy left. I was being really cautious and didn't quite realise only one opponent. So, we took the plasma well, since I'm going to finish off talking now, since he's about to die. We took the plasma well. The shielding is definitely well placed, although I still am not really a big fan of shielding on bots, ultimately. The weapons weren't being knocked off easily, the controls are fine because obviously it's a mech, mechs all handle pretty much the same, so that's always lovely to see. No real problems at all, nothing really shone though, nothing really made me think, oh this is a good bot and is better than other bots of its type because of XYZ reasons. But it definitely did well. Hopefully in the next match we'll get more of a distinct feel for it. 4 assists though, that's going to be a lot of RP. Actually, let's have a quick look. That should be our first win of the day, so how much RP did we get? And maybe we'll get the hero bonus of the game we self-destructed from. So I got 559,000, but of course I'm premium. Anyone else would have got 279,000. Assists are very, very useful in this way. Let's do another battle. Let's do another battle. Okay, another battle. Let's see if we can get some more evidence to see if this bot truly is tanky as I want it to be. As of course mech legs, they are just naturally tanky, and a bot which is tanky on top of it always helps out quite a bit. So we have our little rail guy here. Don't really know why I'm walking up the mountain, honestly. I just kind of want to. Spotted him. Did a tiny little bit of damage there. In fact, by the looks of it, I may have just hit their shield. But still, we hit their shield and thus scared them. That was very close to being killed there. If we keep this up, we may actually get the kill here, which is lovely. Nope, sadly not. Okay. Oh, no, I thought he was going to hide behind that, but he didn't. Which means, although I am taking a lot of damage here, we could potentially get the first kill of the game. No, it's a medic! No, why medic? Well, I just got one of his guns, at least. Oh, what a shame! Sadly, he did do a lot of damage. How did he even... Was I really at such a really weird angle that he hit there? That's bizarre. I thought he would have hit the shield. Or perhaps he hit the gun, then the damage transferred down. He hit the gun, and the damage transferred down. That's exactly what happened. Okay. Or at least that's what looks like it happened. I don't know. I wasn't really paying too much attention. Oh, missiles. Okay, it's him over there. I thought it was one of the guys. Apparently not. And there we go. Only one hit doing very little. Get him to back off towards our other teammates. Don't really know why I've ended up being a sniper for this match, but there we are. Particularly with my aim. Oh, and the fact that some of our guns are on the side, which means we always have to face forwards, which is a little bit annoying. Ah, Tesseract. Likely going to go out of range. Yep, hit him again. Could we just keep hitting him, resetting that cooldown. That would be so lovely. And we got the kill. Oh, beautiful. Long range SMG kill on a Tesseract. That makes me very, very happy. Landing. Now, one thing I did find out, and I should have found this out before the first match, honestly, is that the shields on this bot are actually not the maximum level shields. They are the lower level variants, and I'll show you exactly what I mean right now. Yay! Second place. Not bad at all. So, that did take damage well. That definitely took damage well, although being hit by that rail cut out a whole chunk of this bot. But with the recent rail buff, that's not exactly surprising. Also, a lot of RP there. So, these shields, these shields, these shields, and these shields are all the lower level variants, meaning that they're the variants you get whilst leveling up, not the variants you get when you're near maximum level. Which of course makes complete sense, since in the comment suggesting this bot, he did say he was only level 83. And now I'm not 100% sure at what level you actually start getting these, but I'm going to assume all the way up here is not 83. That there is 75, that's 76, so 7, 8, 9, 80, 81, 82, you get the idea. It's a little bit out of range. So, that was a good match. That was a good match, even though I stopped breathing there for a second. So let's go into another match and see how we do there. Hoping to shed more light on just how tanky we are, possibly in a more direct engagement, rather than a weird SMG sniping experience. Another battle, this time with a Mega Bot. So what we're going to try and do as much as possible is stick with him, stick on the front lines, and see if we can perhaps actually get into the bulk of the fighting, rather than being a weird rail SMG laser hybrid, because they're called lasers now and not SMGs, which I will never get used to. Over a year of calling them SMGs, it's going to take a very long time for me to actually get used to them. Where the hell am I being hit from? Oh. That was bizarre. I could have sworn I saw the shots coming from behind me. That was so weird. I was so confused by that. I mean, it's not exactly difficult to confuse me, so no bonus points to the guy shooting at me, but still. Would have been nice to realise where the guy actually was. Ooh. Oh, don't worry, they're going to get the kill. A walker and several things which can go up that cliff. He was aiming at us for a second there to actually spot us, so bit of jumping, a bit of damage done there. Probably should have done a bit of burst fire, as most of those shots just went completely wide. Trying to hit him as much as possible just to keep resetting his healing. Now hopefully this guy... Oh, I was hoping he was going to go around the corner, but no, our other guy tried to fight as well. He's going to hit us. There we are. He does have mega shielding, so I'm going to try and go for the guns as much as possible. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted to see coming around the corner. Where is our Megabot? Why are you still... Oh, I thought you were the Megabot then. I was about to say, why are you still there? But no, that is definitely not the Megabot. Okay, healing up. Let's go for the guns. There goes one. Can we get the other? Yes, we can. Okay, that's been completely declawed. Ow, when you hit me, meanie. Well, he died without our help. Now that rail is probably still over there or on that mountain now. Come on, yes! Kill stealing at the highest level. And a weird bit of frame freezing there, which wasn't exactly that pleasant. Oh wow, look at the sky. I have never seen that before. It's like a weird cloud thing. Please say I'm not the only one who hasn't seen that before. Well, that's a rather nice thing to know of. I think one more game's in order. I'm actually really enjoying this. A normal mech without a hover is actually a really simple, really pleasant experience. A bit like using a regular SMG tank. There's just something so easy to control about it. It's just really nice in terms of gameplay. Time for the final battle. Okay then, let's just once again try and stick with our Megabot as much as possible so that we can be on the front lines. This is our final attempt at testing just how durable this bot is. Okay, he's definitely bouncing along this way, so let's go this way as well. Here's hoping suddenly Flak doesn't come out of nowhere and absolutely destroy him. That would be most unpleasant for the team. Pleasant for the enemy's team, of course, but we're not on the enemy's team. I'll jump back down once the fighting's actually started. Right now, I'd like to see if I could do a little bit of damage to begin the battle. Oh, what a shame. If he went to the other side, he'd be completely safe. However, where he is right now, less so. Yes, even got the kill just before the missiles landed. No complaints there. Okay, now we're going to go down, however, because that rail's going to be looking right at us since we are indeed spotted. What happened to all that bouncing further, sir? Continue! Bounce! Shoot! Do damage! Things! Shoot them lovely, lovely guns you've got. Let's see if we can perhaps protect these guys here a little bit. Well, this guy here, sorry. A little bit away from those. I know we only have one guy there. 1, 2, 10. Same amount. Oh, you're an ally. I saw the red nameplate, then him right underneath the nameplate, and assumed that distance meant nothing. Well, at least the first shot was completely absorbed by the shield. Or was it? Maybe just missed. I didn't feel any damage. Down goes he. Just keep spotting him so it doesn't wear off. And now I'm auto-healing. Oh no, I'm being healed by a medic. Thank you, sir. Just keep our eyes on the mountain there. There are more than one of them hiding behind there. See, I can count sometimes. I can count when it's necessary. I've just realised I haven't seen their Megabot. Okay, you can go first, sir. I'm absolutely fine with that. You have the bigger guns, therefore you walk ahead first. I am helping. I'm on top. You are now my battle steed, sir. No! Oh no, the arm broke which I was standing on. My saddle. My glorious saddle. It is ever so glorious. You have to believe me. Make sure he can't auto-heal under any circumstance. And then just try and get some CPU damage from killing their Megabot. Absolutely fine by me. Oh, we could try and get the killing blow on him since no one's focusing on him. Yes! What a lovely way to end the day. Massacre and mayhem for all. And we even had a battle mount. It was glorious. Is there anything quite as beautiful as when that happens? And mech legs certainly are the best for landing on other bots. And we even got the highest score. I've only just looked. Okay then, time for some final thoughts. Final thoughts then on the 57. It was indeed a very defensive bot, and I have no complaints about it at all. Nothing really went wrong. The weapons are placed well, the shields are placed excellently, and everything which you'd expect to be there is indeed there. It even has the radar receiver, and the radar jammer. It is indeed a shame that the hoverblade had to be removed, but even without that, I had no troubles with it at all. The only thing I will say, and again this is not a negative really, is that it just doesn't stand out to me too much. It's a style of bot that's been done quite a few times in terms of the block placement and this particular shape, in terms of this style of mech, and it's just nothing new. Which isn't a bad thing, it really is not a bad thing. I'm not holding it against the bot, and it will not be reflected in the end score. It's just something I've seen time and time again, and that's absolutely fine. It's just something I observed the very moment I saw it. It's very similar to a lot of bots, but I guess tried and true methods definitely do very well. And actually, looking inside here, there has been a lot of effort put into the bot, and it does look very, very nice. So, what is my overall scores? For style, I'm actually giving this thing a 5. Like I said, the fact that I've seen bots similar to this will not at all affect my judgments. It just looks really nice. It looks really clean. It looks very, very mechanical. It looks very robot-like, which of course mechs definitely work with very well. And it's just really, really neat. So overall, 5 out of 5 for style. In terms of combat, I'm giving it a very solid 4 out of 5, and would definitely say 5 out of 5 once the shields have been improved, once the extra CPU has been poured into it. But for what it is, I would definitely recommend it. A very good experience, and certainly something you're going to win a lot of battles with. Still not a big fan of the sideways mounted SMGs, but having only 2 of them, and the fact this means that the arms are so block spammy, I think it is definitely worth it in this case. So thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see your robot in a future episode of Factory Fun, then please in the comments below leave what type of robot it is, the robot's name, your username, and any other information you may find pertinent. Things like the ranking of the robot, even the CPU used. The more information, the higher the chances I will pick it and add it to the randomizer for future episodes. So thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Robocraft is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you again for watching for the 3rd time, and goodbye.